All right, so we are recording just some casual random gameplay of World... I almost said of World of the Warcraft. Just World of Warcraft Classic Era. No Burning Crusade, no Wrath of the Lich King. Literally just the original OG game, as people would say. And I've got 24 hours left on my subscription. I'm probably going to renew, but I've been playing some other MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online. I've recently played Final Fantasy Online. And some of these games, quite frankly, have a completely different flavor to them, obviously. And this is the game that I've cranked in the most hours. Well over like 80 to 100,000 hours, realistically. And don't forget now, some of these videos that I make, sometimes some of the things I say may repeat themselves from one video to the next. I can't always assume that people that watch my World of Warcraft videos are going to watch all of them and through their entirety, and through its entirety. That would be crazy for me to assume that would ever happen. I'm not Asmongold, okay? I'm like Asmond Copper, Asmond Bronze. It's not quite gold tier, but, you know, I'm working on it. Still can't get over when I was playing hardcore. Hardcore, you shouldn't be playing hardcore. You're using Quest A. You're using a guide. Bitch, go back to retail. I'm like, I will break my toe off inside of your ass. Who cares how I choose to play the game? Right? I can make it a little bit more user-friendly, even though I've been playing it all this time. I don't want to have to think. If somebody wants to waste their time making a guide that tells me where to go from point A to point B at the most efficient route, especially while I'm talking 100 miles an hour, I don't want to have to go, which one? Yeah, no, I don't think so. But yeah, so I'm on the Tauren, obviously, as you can tell. Well, maybe you can't tell because I'm in bear form, and it kind of does look similar to the Night Elf one. I wanted to just a little wee bit do some gameplay, kind of go through the motions, leveling up, because my Night Elf one now is at level 13, and I kind of wanted to get this guy up just a little bit, not too much higher. Kind of get him a little closer. This one's on the PvP server. This one has an absolute maddening amount of people on it. And truth be told, like I've said before, it may come to a point... I'm going to turn that down for myself. You won't hear the difference, I will. Might come to a point where I just stick with Wrath of the Lich King Classic. I may not bother with the Classic Era, just because starting over again, I already have a druid that's like well geared for what I need to do. And I'm thinking to myself, now I'm playing a level 11 druid. I got a level 80 that's fully PvP geared. And I don't even PvP really. I just roam around healing people, buffing people, helping them out on their journey. It's like I said before, a million times before. I feel like I'm leaning forward too much. There we go. It's like going in a car, going for a cruise around your neighborhood. It's always going to be the same streets in the same area and the same shit that you're going to see. Nothing's going to change. In this game, even though it's just the classic with no nothing, I still have these 2 continents and all these zones to go in, right? To just kind of roam around. Oh, there's someone there. Boom, toss him a buff. Elder Scrolls Online, from what I understand, and I opened up a Reddit thread on this, there is really no buffs that you give people that last like a half hour or an hour or anything like that. Most people in their class, they can heal, have companions, self-sustain themselves. So it's one of those things where it's not a bad game, but for what I'm looking for out of a game, out of an MMO, Elder Scrolls Online doesn't deliver. The number one game for me that doesn't do what I want it to do in that regards, in terms of like helping people, buffing people, healing them and all that, is Guild Wars 2. That game I can forgive, because Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, those to me are, and my friend Piorum would agree, they're very, very special game. 2, not so much, that there's like a weird thing to 2, and it's not as nostalgic as 1 was, even though I think 2's been around way longer than 1 now. There was just something about it. I think it was a different time, you know, in my life and stuff like that. And I had started talking to some like really, really nice people in there. And Mean Mike C, Vilma Palma, just some people's names that I can remember. Some of them I don't remember, unfortunately. Loki of Norway, I think it was another one. And I was in a guild called Dragons of Ascalon, because Ascalon was an area in Guild Wars. And it's one of the few games that, you know, where I played in a guild, played with people, actually did stuff in a group setting, not just solo like I'm doing here, like a recluse. And where there was like next to no drama. Every World of Warcraft frickin' guild I've ever been in, whether I was a part of the drama or not, there was drama, and it was just annoying. Which is why I'm pretty much guildless now. Like on the Wrath of the Lich King Classic servers, I'm in a guild on the Alliance there with my friend Piorum, but that's just, you know, for the sake of it, if you will. It's not like we actually do guild stuff, because I just don't have time for that stuff, right? We don't get to play together as often as I'd like either, but at least we're on the same server. Like I said, I'll always have at least one character on that server. I've thought of moving, like I said, my other one that I'm leveling to another server that's more populated, so that maybe I don't have to do this, right? That's the whole point. If I don't have to start over again, I'd really rather not have to do that. Right? Like, I also have a Tauren Druid that's level 68? 69? Around that area? In Wrath of the Lich King Classic, on the most populated server. On all of WoW Classic. Wrath of the Lich King. So it's kind of like, why don't I just play him? But again, there's something very special about the very, very original World of Warcraft. Everything's just slower, more painful. And, yeah. I mean, you go to, like, Scarlet Monastery. All of the NPCs outside, they're all elite. You know, like, just stuff like that. Humor the Pride Lord. Was it Humor the Pride Lord? King Bangalash, all these, you know, quests in Stranglethorn Vale. I know the other one's in the Barrens there. I'm just saying, Humor the Pride Lord's in the Barrens. A lot of them are all elites, but even as of BC, Burning Crusade, they started to muck stuff up. Wrath of the Lich King, don't get me wrong, is an amazing, amazing World of Warcraft game. But it does signify the beginning of the end to the hardcore. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the quality of life things that have been brought forth into the game. However, for what I want to do, I would be more appreciated in this game than... See, there's an elite there. Speaking of elites, right there. These rare elites, that thing would whoop my ass. 6 ways from Sunday, 1 way from Monday. There's no way I could take on that thing. And there it is. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is what I'm talking about right here. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, I mean, I might be able to kill it, but that's also because I'm a druid. We kind of get, you know, special stuff here. But if you look at my health, you look at his health, her health, whatever. My health is pretty decent. Or my gear is pretty decent. As you can tell. Oh! I don't even have enough to go into bear form. There we go. Oh, you little shit. Okay, good. But anyways, the point was, I'm glad you actually saw that. If this was like retail, first of all, that thing wouldn't even be there. It wouldn't be an elite. Same thing with Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So for just roaming around helping people out, Classic Era is definitely where I will be the most appreciated. Wrath of the Lich King, yeah. You know, and then there's the thing with the Paladin, the buff, Crusader aura, and all that. So it's a very, very, very slow grind. Yes, it's tedious. I'm definitely not going to deny that. And I have to somehow figure out... You'd think I'd have it figured out after all this time. But because the landscape changes, the population of servers change, I can't predict how things are going to be, except now things are quite alive. I want to show you this quickly. I do this in my other videos too. Let's do like good old Hillsbrad foothills. There's over 50 people. It'll never show you more than 50. So you got 50 people in there, just boom, more than 50. Could be 100. Stranglethorn. Over 50. Stone Talon Mountains. Ooh, that's when there's not a lot of people. 28. That's actually a lot considering. For Stone Talon Mountains, that's actually quite a bit. Where else could we go? Oh, the Plaguelands. The Plaguelands kind of dead on Wrath of the Lich King. It's just a place I love. Plagued Land. Seriously? Western Plague. Yeah, and that just kind of shows you. And this is like the #1 most populated server. Only 13 people. Sometimes there's more. Let's do Eastern. 29. Which is a miracle, because normally there's way more people in Western than Eastern. Nobody ever goes to Eastern Plaguelands nowadays. In Classic. Wrath of the Lich King. Sorry, this is still Classic. So those are just some of the zones that I kind of like to, you know, frequent. The other one where the dungeon is, that narrows it down. Oh my goodness, it eludes me. I even know the flight path. Are you kidding me right now? My brain has just had a Silver Pine Forest, a sepulcher. Silver Pine Forest is a dead zone. 34 people? Wow. That's actually quite a bit of people. And that's just the people... Oh yeah, no. That is the people across all servers. Okay. Because of the whole mergent thing, right? Yeah. But that's still impressive. Like I said, I might do that on my Night Elf Druid after. Just quickly. Kind of look at some different zones. I know I did that yesterday, but now that we're both like 6:30 Eastern time, it'll kind of be interesting to see. I just want to sort of do this quest quickly. And quite honestly, I am getting a bit burnt out, I'm not going to lie, with the whole leveling. Especially multiple druids, one horde, one alliance. And then this one's PvP. So I feel like I maybe have to get a little bit of gear. I don't want to. Getting gear in this game is going to be a lot more time consuming as well, because you got to do the dungeons to get some half decent stuff. Whereas in Wrath of the Lich King, it's so much easier. Just do Winter Grasp, win or lose. Every couple of hours you do Winter Grasp, and then what ends up happening is... Sorry, just give me a second there. I forget what I was saying. Yeah, so every couple of hours, you do Winter Grasp, and you get a crap ton of honor points, and then you get the PvP gear. and you're good. And all you need to do is buy an epic weapon from the auction house, and boom, it's like a 210, item level 200. Now, with today's standards in Wrath of the Lich King, that's really low, but if you're just roaming around tossing hills on people in a PvE server, who cares? If you're in 200, you're a 300. It's not going to make a damn difference. Like, at all. The difference will be if you're trying to show off and you want to pull all of Scarlet Monastery. There could be a difference between someone in 200 eye level gear versus like 232 even, and you were in Bear Druid and you were to pull the whole instance, the whole cathedral, Scarlet Monastery. Sure, that would make a difference. There's no doubt. But you're level 80. You would still get it done, right? So yeah, as you can tell, just roaming around, it's not really the most exciting thing in the world. Like I said, the leveling process is kind of very monotonous. The combat, everything. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the world and the people around it. That's what shapes the experience for me. When I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online, I can find that a little bit more not relaxing, exciting in some ways, because it's fresh, it's different, the skills and all that are pretty wild. I can use the controller, I can use the mouse and keyboard, and all this sort of stuff. World of Warcraft, there is no mouse, there's no controller. I mean, you could probably use X-Pad or something, but probably wouldn't recommend that. And then Final Fantasy Online, I just always get confused and lost, and it's just frustrating. I cannot get used to their mapping system. No matter how many, several dozens of hours, I don't know, admit, I've played on and off over the years. I just can't get the gist of that game. I can't. And what's amazing about this game is its simplicity. Same thing with Guild Wars 2. Right? It's just so simple. Like, to get around. It's unbelievable. I'll show you that quickly. So when you hit M, you're right in the zone. Boom. Here's where we are. Okay. And the zone that you're in. And then this leads you to the Barrens. So then if you click on the Barrens, now it shows you the Barrens. This is the zone we're in right now. Or you can just zoom out. Here's the zone that we're in. There's the Barrens. Like, you see everything. You click again, you still see everything, but now the additional map. And then it's just like it's just shows you where all the flight path, like, it's just so simple. Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, it's, it's fairly simple-ish, much better than Final Fantasy, but I'll argue that Guild Wars and World of Warcraft have a much better map. Like, it's just, boom, it's just all there. You just, like, scroll around the map to look at stuff in Guild Wars. It's quite the thing. So I'll do a little bit more of this. Like I said, I don't want to make these videos, like, super long. It's not like I'm teaching you how to do anything, how to make your gameplay experience any better, right? This is more just to kind of vent. It's like a gamer vlog. I always repeat this line in all my videos so that people understand. It's like, why do people record themselves going to the fucking dollar store? Hey guys, so I bought some of these here, okay? They're on sale. And I'm thinking, I might decorate my flower pot and put some of these on there. I think it'll look really nice in the garden, okay? Moving on, I got these things here. I think if I put the glitters on the pot, and these people are successful. I'm not, but that's okay. So if people can do that, and people are buying into it, like watching it, just regular people, these aren't celebrities, this isn't fucking Tom Cruise, or Shania Twain, or just some random person I'm coming up with in my head that's going shopping. Like, if Tom Cruise was going shopping into the fucking dollar store, I might be intrigued because it's Tom fucking Cruise, right? But these other people, they're nobodies, but they're becoming somebodies in the YouTube world by getting tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of people on board with them, and they're invested in their lives. So they now become the Selena Gomez, the Justin Bieber of YouTube when it comes to that, right? Sort of like what Asmongold is. You think all his videos are about helping you out? Does he teach you what rotations you should use on a druid? What form you should be in when you're pulling only a couple of mobs at a time? You don't even need to go in bear form. I don't have cat form, so I don't have a choice. But I'm just saying, no, people are invested in him as a person. So they're watching him. It doesn't matter what he does. I mean, fuck, he covered the goddamn Johnny Depp, Amber Heard trial case, for crying out loud, and he was getting more views than fucking CNN News. Okay? That's what happens when people are invested in you. And he does what I'm doing. But clearly, much better. But I still do this despite the poor performance, because this is what I enjoy. On my channel, this right here, what you're seeing, it pretty much does not get any better than this. Like, at all. Making guides and talking about difficulty setting differences in games like Remnant 2, yeah, those are the things that are making me the money. But I don't enjoy making those games, but I do enjoy being able to help people out and share information and stuff, which is why I do the mixture. That's why I do so much on my channel, right? When I can, sure, I'll make a guide. Like Punch Club. I only made a couple of videos on it, just enough to get people started. Got quite a few thousand views on that. Help, 2-3 people out, then it's worth it, right? Those are the things, like I said, that over time pay. This shit here doesn't pay, never has paid, and never will pay. It's not me being a pessimist. It's a reality check, okay? I don't think, and I'm not exaggerating, I literally don't think I've ever scored enough views on any of my regular random gameplays of any game. I don't think I've ever made a nickel, a dime, a quarter on anything. I make money talking about games, not playing them. That's the funny thing. Unless I'm showing you how to do something. Like my Elden Ring guides? Wow. Did I ever make money on that? Let's just say that game alone made me enough money to pay for my PlayStation and put a hefty down deposit on an Xbox Series X. That's how much money I made off that game. If it was like that for every game I played, holy hot sauce, right? I would be in heaven. And I get it. Everybody's got different personalities, blah, blah, blah. Some people are funny, some people aren't funny, but they are either relatable or they're just easy to listen to. And that's like a person like the Rad Brad, for example. I love watching the Rad Brad. He's not funny. He's not boring. He's not teaching you anything about any of the games he's playing. So what's he really doing? What I'm doing. Just playing a game and enjoying it. But making a shit ton of money. Right? So, I kind of figure, for me, the YouTube dream, it's like it's working, but not nearly at the capacity that I would like it to, which is why I opened up other channels. They're now monetized. Not making a lot of money on them, but at least I'm doing it. That's the difference between a loser and someone who's just not doing that well, right? At least I'm doing something about it. So yeah, once in a while, a couple times a week, every other day or every day if I can, I like to cycle through the different games that I really enjoy playing consistently. Although this one here, I sometimes take breaks from. And with the clock ticking on this one, I don't know if I'm going to take a small break now that other games are coming out and all that. I went like this because there's that time last summer. It's kind of funny. I was talking, and I went like this. There's a fucking spider on my microphone. And I'm arachnophobic, but I didn't panic. I was like, bitch, off the mic. And I grabbed it. I grabbed like some Kleenex or whatever and just... Now I'd just be able to be like, fuck off out of here. Put it on my hand or something. Because that I'm starting to slowly get over. Which is a good thing. Oh, that was a waste of an extra heal there. So let's be real. looking at this, yeah. Exactly. Not much exciting is going on here. Game is fun. This ain't exciting, though. And to be quite frank, unless you're doing high-end PvP or crazy raids and shit like that, like Leroy Jenkins, you're doing some big stuff. Actually, I don't even think Leroy Jenkins was even doing a raid. I think he was actually just doing a dungeon. That sometimes people want to see more, right? Random questing. I mean, unless you're funny like Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle or Bill Burr, it's hard to sell people on wanting them to have them watch you just do this. Clawing away at Wind Fury matriarchs for the better half of a half hour. And I'm not even done the quest yet. That's the other reason I wanted to record this video and others alike, is it shows you the pacing, how slow the respawn rate can be, or of the enemies, or the drop rate of the items that are required for your quest. It could be something. Like I said, that's why for the future, I don't know. I know I keep saying this all the time. I don't know. What do I know? In terms of keeping this game residually being a thing on my channel, but because it does so poorly. Not that the other games are doing so great. I have to pay for this game too, every month. Sometimes I'm tempted to kind of, not so much drop it, but sort of like scale back on it quite a bit and focus on other things. Trying to focus on guides and stuff for some of the games that I play, and maybe some of the games that I do play a lot more often on a daily basis. Maybe make more videos on them, but less different games. And I was going to say so that there's a consistency, but honestly, what consistency? Reviewers barely ever make a video, more than a video, per game ever. Look at Carrick from ACG, who brings you reviews that aren't 2 minutes long. They're filled with sponsored bullcrap. He never really talks about the same game more than once, unless he's doing like a special or whatever. He has no problem, so he's technically not consistent because he's always bouncing around from game to game because he's reviewing them. I'm not reviewing the games, I'm just playing them, I'm showcasing them. This, again, will show you. Seriously? For example, like I said, the pacing, how slow this is. And you could be thinking to yourself, you know what I mean? Like, this is not what I want to do. You could be thinking to yourself, this is not fun at all. I'm going to go ahead. I am kind of tempted. Well, I mean, I'll do this one. I almost don't even want to finish the quest, to be honest with you. I'm already getting... WoW sucks invites you to... Shh. No. WoW doesn't suck. That's kind of a stupid name, especially when you're actually playing the game. That makes no sense. I should say, if WoW sucks, why make a guild? How long have I been? Oh my god, I'm already at a half hour. A half hour. And I feel like I haven't done much. I mean, I'm almost level 12. Yeah. And when I started a half hour ago, I was like, here, I got some rested XP, still low level, but it's still slow as piss. It really, really is slow. I want to try and maybe finish this quest. And then maybe now, jump on another one of my characters just to kind of show you how many people are on there. Come on. Wow, I'm really getting spanked there. So again, if you got a high level, there's somebody just a little bit higher. They come, they buff you, they heal you. Can make a huge difference. Cleanse the wild mane well. Hey, if you made it this far, I'm sure you can wait for me to check my phone. Turning my fan on. It's getting hot in here. Oh, what a difference that makes. So yeah, the music, just the whole mood, the whole thing of the thing that WoW offers is just gonna always be special for me. Guild Wars 1, yeah, but I'll probably never return to it. Guild Wars 2, great game again, but I haven't made any memorable memories. I don't have anything fond that I can talk to you about in that game. I really don't. Everything I've done is solo. Right? Everything I've done in this game in the last few years, solo. But it's the prior experiences, right? So... I mean, I might as well try and get this one. Oh, yeah, because I got all that other stuff I gotta do, too. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes there's a part of me that just wants to play Guild Wars 2. Honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Just because there's no grind, nothing. You just get in there. You never need to get new gear. It's predominantly all cosmetics. There's like these world PvP events you can do. Like big trains of people. The world versus world as well. That can be fun. I just kind of like questing. There's not really much you can do to help people. As far as I know, I mean, if they're doing something, you can just be there for them. That tends to help people out. Elder Scrolls. That might just be something that's fun for the experience, but... I don't know, like I said, it's... The big thing with me in closing now that I'm reaching the end of what I wanted to say, is I'm getting burnt out. I just want to get to the finish line, and after... Oh, there's a way to level up. After all these years, it's just like... Like I'm just done starting from scratch again, right? It's just... It's monotonous. Like this, I'm borderline just like not even enjoying it, really. Whereas on my druid... Like I said, that's high level. I don't have to worry about him practically ever again. Unless they ever force something like, you know, like another expansion. And you don't have a choice but to go there. So when Burning Crusade came out, you didn't have to go to Burning Crusade. You could stay in Classic Era. Right? Which is what this is. You could stay there. Then when Wrath of the Lich King came out, that one you had no choice. So there is no Burning Crusade only, which I think is still kind of dumb, but whatever. Even if they only had one server. Seriously, they could have kept it in Burning Crusade. I probably would have stayed there, maybe, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, so now we don't know if they're going to do Cataclysm and all that. I just know this. Cataclysm is not classic, because it takes place with the world that's changed. However, Blizzard has made it very clear that they are going to follow what the people want. What I think they should do is a Classic Plus, make some changes, freshen it up a little bit for the Wrath of the Lich King, bring some cool stuff, maybe like transmog, and people will be like, that's not Classic. Bitch, it's called Classic Plus. This is a separate type of sort of Wrath of the Lich King, okay? We could do like transmog and maybe have raid fight. I don't know, just random stuff that people would want to kind of modernize it. Maybe even add a new potential story, whatever. I'm also on board with them bringing in Cataclysm. But guess what? If you do it, don't force people to go there. Make it an optional thing to move over to only like 1 or 2 servers. Have like a PvE and 1 PvP Cataclysm server, and that's it. Because you will have people that want to go there. Most people may not want to go there. But the more options you have, the more you cater to literally everybody. You don't want transmog? Good, don't use it. You don't want to be a part of a world that has it? Great, then don't play on Classic Plus. Do you know what I mean? So, that's kind of how I see it. They don't have to make a shit ton of these servers. That's why a lot of these now, they're all merged, as you can tell. Right? Because it kind of was dying, but now it's very abundant. Oh, Winter Spring. People usually don't hang out in Winter Spring. I must have typed it wrong. How did I miss? That totally hit him. 24 people. A lot of 60s predominantly in there. They're probably far... It's all mages, rogues, and... It's interesting. So there's actually only a few people, but it's just to show you that's sort of like one of the end zones. But the fact that there's that many people there, 24 people. I'm just saying. I'm going to kill one. Ah, great. Guess I might as well do both now. Oh, just a second. Just recording some World of Warcraft for YouTube. My buddy that's playing Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, so let's, I just kind of want to see the difference between this one and the Night Elf one quickly. So who in the Strangle? 50. Who in the Hillsbrad? Oh! 50. Stranglethorn, Hillsbrad. Let me look at another zone. 1,000... I mean, nobody would be... Oh, Feralis. I feel like that's not really a popular zone, but it is here. Feralis, and then... Yeah, we'll do... Damn it. Seriously. Okay. Now I'm going to go on my druid. And, yeah. All right. So that's a full. Like, I mean, it's the most full there is. This is the most full, and it's all predominantly... No, that's not true. It's actually pretty balanced, I think. Yeah. For Horde and Alliance. This one's predominantly all Alliance. But it's a PvE server, and it's medium. But it's the most populated one for this. Okay. Again, who? Stranglethorn. We don't... Okay, so we have 50. That's good. Who? Hillsbrad. 12. Kind of a big difference between 12 and 50. And it's probably actually 50 plus. Right? And these are all the people from the different servers coming together. So that's like 4 times less. See right here? What I just did? That's literally why I play this game. And then it brings this crap on me. And now I gotta heal myself. See, and they thanked me. They're appreciative. That's great. Who? Stone Talon. Yeah, 9 people. There was like 30 in the other one. Where was another place I wanted to check? Did I just do Stranglethorn Vale? I don't even remember. Hillsbrad. Did I do Hillsbrad? I don't even remember what I did. Yeah, Hillsbrad is 12. Stranglethorn. Yes, that's right, the 50. So it's kind of like it depends on the zone. And then Front/Who, Eastern Plague. 16. Okay, it's not too bad. That's Eastern. And then we've got Western Plagueland. 17. Okay. That's like better balance there. There's actually less people in the other one that was more full. Then we can do Winter Grasp. No, I must have typed that wrong. Okay. There's literally nobody in Winter Grasp. Did I spell it wrong? Wow. Wow, there's like nobody there. But I do take that into consideration, like I said, when it comes to playing the game. Because I don't ever want to play a game and it's like dead, there's nobody around. I'm playing these games for the other people, right? So that I can, you know, help him out with a buff or something like that. I just wanted to check out a few other areas. Red Ridge, Burning Steps. Yeah, Duskwood. Sure. I mean, Elwyn Forest is always going to be packed. But what about Duskwood? Okay, 44 people. Wow, that's actually a decent amount of people. I can't believe there's nobody in Wintergrasp. I love going there. It would suck to go there and there's like nobody there to buff. Wetlands. Oh, wow. That's okay. That's pretty damn decent. Anyways, you get the idea. You get the idea. That is what's going on. Anyways, I'm going to log out. Go do some other shit. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this game. I really don't know what I'm going to do for the long term. Like I said, if it was actually profitable, I would probably definitely play it more. But I don't think in all my thousands of hours that I've uploaded footage of WoW, I've ever made $5 collectively. I mean, it's... You can do something because you enjoy it, but at the same time, rather, kind of have to do stuff that is also financially beneficial. I could be spending this time doing other things that people actually want to see. But the problem is sometimes finding out what that could be. Right? That's the big issue. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like it? Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it, and I'll bonk you in the head with this thing. Trust me, it's dangerous. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.